Hi guys, welcome back to Proton. My name is Benji, and today I want to share with you about how Jesus Christ solved problems. As Christians or as human beings, we always have problems we have to deal with, in our lives. Job 14 verse 1 says that, man that is born of a woman is of a few days, but full of trouble, full of problems. And our ability to solve problems, determines the quality of life that we will live. And as Christians, our best example is Jesus Christ. So we want to learn from Jesus Christ how he solved problems, and look and use Jesus' method to help us in solving our own problems as well. So my first point is to solve problems, you have to do what is in your personal capacity and power. And in John chapter 2 verse 1 to 11, at the wedding of Cana, Jesus Christ was invited to a wedding, and they were faced with the problem of catering for drinks. They had run out of drink, and Jesus was asked that, look, can you help us resolve this problem? And when we read the scripture, I'll just quickly read verse 7. And Jesus said unto them, fill the water pots with water. And they filled them up with the brim. And he said unto them, draw out now, and bear unto the governor of the feast. And they bear it. And when the ruler of the feast has tasted the water that was made with wine, and knew not whence it was, but the servant which drew the water knew, the governor of the feast called the bridegroom. So in this verse, after Jesus Christ had told them that, what do you have? What do you physically have? They said, we have some containers. So if you have containers, do you have water? Yes. So he said, fill it with water, fill it to the brim. And then the miracle happened. But first, it was involved an intense human effort. So when we are faced with problems as Christians, sometimes we hide behind spirituality, we hide behind speaking in tongues, or we hide behind Christianity and don't do anything. Sometimes the solution to our problem, we're doing something. There is something we can do in our personal capacity. Everything is not just speaking in tongues, but God has given us also brains, our mind, that there are some things that by thinking, by looking at what we can personally do in ourselves, we can arrive at some solutions. So the first way to solve problem is look around. What can I do in my personal human capacity to solve this problem? Number 2, Jesus also solved problems through prayer. And when Jesus was called upon in the resurrection of Lazarus, Jesus got there. There was no way Lazarus could come alive with some kind of medical intervention. No, it only took the power of God. So Jesus just prayed and said, Father, I know that you answer me when I pray, but because for the sake of these people, I am asking you again. And when Jesus prayed, then he called forth Lazarus, said, Lazarus, come forth. And then the miracle happened. So our second way of solving problems is through prayer. Prayer releases the power of God. That is why we have to develop a strong prayer life as Christians. So the second way Jesus Christ solved problems was through prayer. So wherever you are, ask yourself, how is your prayer life like at the moment? If it is dwindling, if it's not the best, then you have work to do. You can believe God and get back to your prayer closet and call on God in whatever situation you come across. When you've exhausted all human efforts, when no connection is working for you, then enlist the power of God through prayer. The last way Jesus Christ solved problems is through positive confession. Again, in the same scripture, during the resurrection of Lazarus, people were saying, but Lazarus is dead for a long time. By this time his body will be smelling. But Jesus said that only believe, and you will see the glory of the Lord. So sometimes you get to a point Maybe even if you don't know the solution to the problem, you shouldn't have negative confession about your problem. Don't have negative confession. It is rather better to have a positive confession about it. You can say that, maybe I don't know the solution to this problem, but I will find out. By the grace of God, I will find out the solution to this problem. So today, that is what I want to leave you with. In this year, in whatever problems you are solving, look, what can I do first in my personal capacity? 2, call upon the Lord through prayer. And 3, do it through positive confession. And I am sure that by the grace of God, you will come to a solution to that problem. So, God bless you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I come your way again, take care. Bye-bye.